Guys, how's everybody doing tonight? All right, you guys fed? Did you get some tacos? Yeah? Yes. Thank you, Heidi. Happy New Year to you all. Going good, going good. It's gonna be a good year. I think it's gonna be either it's gonna be awesome or it's gonna totally suck. Don't you feel that way? It's like, it's gonna be awesome, right? With positive energy, spin it that direction. No, I agree, unless it totally, huh? They say awesome? We got to believe USA Today. They do. Look at that. Right on. Who's a first timer? Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming down. So we do this quite often. It's a good excuse to come out and hang out with a bunch of geeks and talk tech. The real crux of this is actually it's two parts, as you've noticed. Half social, get to know each other, have a good time, eat some food, get some drinks. And then sit down, shut up, and pay attention, in which we get to grill and see the latest and greatest from some real innovators, many of which are from here, but that's not a rule. You don't have to be from San Francisco to be at SF New Tech. You can be from anywhere. As a matter of fact, Ilya is in tonight from New York City, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So I don't want to drown you with like ads or anything along those lines, but I do want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Outlook. In a second, we're going to hear more about Outlook, but I want to thank Telerik. Where's Laura? Here? Yeah. So, yay. I like that. Do it again. Yay. So Telerik is on board as a brand new sponsor of SF New Tech, and we are so psyched, and we're going to do some crazy, awesome things. Thank you for your support. Do you want to say anything? You want to come up and say hello? No? Okay, that's cool. Stand up.
Hey everyone, we're thrilled to be working with SF New Tech this year. And we're here tonight. Where's Delana? There she is over there. We're with Telerik. We have Telerik. Pick one, depends on how many vodkas you've had. But we've got, if you're a mobile application developer, we've got some licenses here for you to try out. And we look forward to seeing you at some of the other events this year.
Awesome. Thank you. Cool. And I also want to thank our friends from Outlook in the house tonight. James is fresh in from Seattle, first time in San Francisco. Give him a warm San Francisco round of applause. May as well. You see, we love you guys. Yeah, I'm really, we as a group are highly enamored for your support and everything, and we love everything you do. We see a lot of great things come out of Microsoft, and you guys, what's really cool is that the guys in the back are actually taking notes on feature requests or bugs or dreams. If you tweet Meet Outlook, the engineers will actually reply to you and invite you in for coffee. But that's half the beauty of actually Microsoft in the room tonight, because they're here because they trust what you guys have to say. So if you've been so keen to plug into Outlook as your email provider or one of your providers, and you should, kick the tires and love it, and then drive the train. Let these guys know how to make it better. So James, come on up. He's going to talk a little bit about what are you going to talk about? Outlook.com. And no, I know. Yeah, I think what everybody wants to know is like, why would I give up my Gmail for Outlook? Let's start there. Is that cool?
How much time do we have?
That's good. That's good. Go.
Right. Let me just start by saying, thanks a lot for inviting us here. First time in San Francisco. Before I introduce myself, I'm gonna start with a couple of questions and a statement. I read in an article somewhere that email is dead. Email is redundant. But I just want to ask you lot, can you put your hands up if you've checked your email today? Keep your hands up if you've checked it more than 10 times today. Yeah, I have. In my opinion, email is not redundant. Now, in fact, we've got a statistic that says 50% and more of all email users actually check their email first thing in the morning on a device. I know I'm guilty of taking that to the next level. When my alarm goes off, I'm sat in my room, it's pitch black, one eye open in the dark, I'll turn my alarm off, and then start reading my emails instantly. It's literally the first thing I do. Now, that being said, I don't think email's redundant. I still think it's very important. Now, just a quick introduction. My name's James from Outlook.com Marketing. I'm from London, first time, well, I now live in Seattle, first time in San Francisco. And today, I'm not actually here to give you a product pitch. It's not my job to stand up here and say, Gmail's rubbish, move to Outlook.com. Instead, what I want to say is, we need your help. And by saying that, I mean, we've innovated a lot recently, but I know there's a lot of good ideas in the room, and I want to use those ideas. Our engineers want to use our ideas to make our product better. Outlook.com is a free email service from Microsoft, personal email. So it's Microsoft's version of Gmail or Yahoo, the type of email that you would use to message your family and friends. So please tweet with the hashtag #MeOutlook, or come and speak to us afterwards and tell us what you want to see in a free personal email. So for those of you who haven't seen it before, you may not have an opinion already. I want to show you 3 things just so that you can form an opinion, and I can show you a bit about what the product can do. So here you can see my inbox, and I've been on holiday for 2 weeks, and it's cluttered up with a lot of rubbish, what we call grey mail. It could be newsletters that I've subscribed to, but I haven't got time to read them all. What we do is we provide you with tools that enable you to quickly read through all of your emails or quickly delete the stuff you don't want to see. So let's take this email from USA Today. Nothing against them, but I don't have time to read all of these emails. I can use the sweep functionality up here, and I can say, let's delete all of my emails from USA Today. And it will read through them. Here's where we pray the Wi-Fi works. And it will say, do you want to delete all of your emails from this person? I can choose to also block the future messages if I don't want to see them anymore. When I say delete all, it will go through them. It will delete all those emails from that one person. Now, there's a few other things that Outlook.com can give you. One of the benefits is that it links in with the social networks that you already have. We're not going to come up with a social network and say, here's another one for you to join. I'm sure all of you already have Facebook. You already have Twitter. You may have LinkedIn. And you're going to meet a lot of people at this event. And what we don't want you to do is have to go into your contacts and add them all manually. They'll take a long time. So what you can do with Outlook is you can connect to Skype, connect to Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. It will pull through all their contact details into one place. So sadly, I've only got 2 accounts in here, but if this was my real account, I'd have hundreds with Facebook friends. And I've clicked on Robin here. I can choose to video call her, I can choose to tweet her, I can choose to Facebook message her, all from one spot. If she changes her picture, then that will update automatically. I don't have to do it myself. While we're on the social side of things, this pulls through to your emails as well. If I take this email from Robin and I click on it and open it up, you'll see that the adverts on the right-hand side will disappear, and instead, it will show me her Facebook statuses, and I can like it, I can comment on it, I can choose to Skype call her, I can IM her instantly on Google Hangout chat, on Facebook chat, on Skype chat. It pulls through all of your social things. One last thing I want to call out, with an Outlook.com account, you get 7 gig of SkyDrive for free, which means that you're able to upload your documents, save them, and share them from the cloud. You gain access to Office web apps as well. So a lot of people know what Google Docs is. We have something similar, which is Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote in the cloud. And you can choose to create these documents in a browser. You don't need to pay anything for it. It's absolutely free with basic functionality, and you can edit your documents and share that out with people. If you are creating an email, you don't actually have to attach stuff to it. You can just directly say, let's create a new email, let's insert something and share from SkyDrive. So we don't have to wait for it to upload, they don't have to wait for it to download, and we're basically just pointing something to a location. If I click it, I can choose to put some documents in there or some photos in there. I'm basically out of time, but like I wanted to say at the start, please tweet with the hashtag #MeOutlook. Tell us what other things you want to see in here. Tell us what would make you switch to try it out, and you can try it out yourself because it's completely free. Apart from that, thank you very much for having me here. It's great to see the energy in the room as well, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Right on. What are you doing in San Fran while you're here? Are you going to bounce around, or are you going back up?
I can talk for a while, yeah. Well, I've only got about 48 hours here, so I leave tomorrow night at about 8 p.m. So I'm technically working, remote working tomorrow, but I'll be doing that throughout different coffee shops around the city. So I am working, but I'll be moving every couple of hours to try and see what San Francisco has.
Nice. Cool. Okay. So quick, just admin notes tonight. We're streaming the event live, which is cool, and this is thanks to Jimmy G, who's with formerly Q There Media, and now with Media One. Jimmy is stepping up to the big league, so we're honored he's still actually here. It's cool. We've got, like, is it a 2 or 3 camera shoot tonight? 3 camera shoot, HD. We're streaming live. So if you could tell everybody, tweet. Who's tweeting? Anybody? Yeah, you guys still tweet? Jeez. I bet you're Snapchatting too, huh? Yeah, no, tweet out that folks can join us in the room. The hashtag tonight is SFNT, and we have the tweet wall, which you may have seen. So that's a nice back channel that we can play with tonight. So anything with hashtag SFNT is going to hit the big screen. So Jimmy, thanks for the stream. And also, I want to make a quick announcement that you probably got the email today, but we are super, super thrilled to formally announce that we are working closely with our friends at Macworld to produce a show inside of Macworld to essentially showcase the next 6 products about to break that are inside the Apple ecosystem. So, yeah. Damn. And it's, yeah, so anybody that's working on something inside of that feeds into Apple, whether it's an app or software or accessory or utility or hardware for that matter, or a wearable, we are reviewing it all, and then we're going to choose the best 6, and they will get to not only present on the stage at Macworld, but be in front of tons of media, like 2.4 billion media impressions. 500 media, but the impressions, 25,000 people. Heather, 2.4 billion. That's last year's numbers. We're going to do better this year. But it's a great opportunity for folks to launch or make some noise about something that they've already been doing. And we're thrilled to be a part of it. So you're going to hear more about that. We're going to send out codes. You can get in there for cheap or free. We'll easy. That's just keep. Don't filter me, is basically what I'm saying. Don't sweep me out of your inboxes, and you will get the message. Yeah, so that's cool. If you go to sfnewtech.com, you can see how you can enter to apply. And it's free. Free. Most demo events cost some money, thousands or who knows. Okay, you guys want to see some mobile tech? Yeah. You want me to get off the stage? I don't blame you. Okay, Ashish, where are you, my friend? Ashish is the CEO of Alphonso, and he's got a pretty robust setup here. And I want to apologize ahead of time. Our projector has been really wonky tonight, so it's going to fail on us. So just don't take it out on me, okay?
Sorry about the delay. I'm just waiting for Miles to get electrocuted by all this beer on all the different cables. So apparently it's SF dot that.
If people are letting people know here, it's ustream.tv/channel/sf-new-tech-live.
Slower.
www. dot. Okay, so HTTP. Okay, etc. www.ustream.tv/channel channel slash SF dash new dash tech dash live.
We would normally put it up on the screen, but we're having challenges.
Okay, ready for Alphonso.
Hi, thank you for having us. Really delighted to be here. Alphonso, in a very brief sentence, is an ad network that enables targeting of ads on mobile from the context of television. One slide to motivate the problem and tell how we watch TV is completely different. We have these iPads with us. And this is what Alphonso does. If you're watching TV or if you've recently watched TV, Alphonso knows about that and brings the ads to your mobile apps, which are related to the TV content you've watched or the TV ads you've watched. So instead of showing more slides, I'm going to switch over to the demo. Miles, can I have the Elmo live? And I'll show a few different examples of how this works. Since we do not have live TV in the room, what I'm going to do is stimulate it by running a clip on my computer. Yeah, I'll fiddle around with them. So these are the ads they're running on your TV. And as that happens, these devices here, you will see start showing up ads related to those TV ads. Upside down, so I can turn it around. So this is a full screen ad that shows up on your iPad. And if you were, say, on a device where you were seeing banner ads, you would start seeing banner ads which are related to the TV ad that's running right now. And as this ad rolls into something else, you will see a different ad unit. So some of these ads are then tweetable. Right from here, you can make the ad tweetable. So essentially what's happening here is these apps have Alphonso SDK in them. And what that allows us to do is bring the context of television onto these banner ads, these full screen interstitials. Going back to, so can you see? I'm not sure if I'm able to do a good job of Elmo here, but here it changed into another ad unit, and you tied this TV ad to a mobile ad, and now you're able to jump into the mobile optimized website for that brand and explore further. Whole bunch of really interesting things come up. Happy to talk about it in Q&A. Briefly wanted to talk about a special offer we have for SF New Tech developers. So I would like to go back to this computer. So since we are an ad network, we want to have more people using our SDK. So we are offering a $500 credit for anyone who's using our SDK and releases an app on the App Store. In addition to $500, you'll obviously make money because you are going to get better ad dollars flowing to your app. If anybody's interested, we are at info@alphonso.tv, and SF New Tech is the subject line. So with that, that's my brief demo. If we want to jump into Q&A, we can jump into that. We're happy to show some more screens here if that is something people want to see.
Let me jump in. Can we start from the beginning?
Sure, absolutely. So real quick, again, from the beginning, Alphonso is an ad network. enables the context of TV to be brought into the mobile apps ads. And as an app developer, if you have an app out there, you're already using a whole bunch of different monetization SDKs, AdMob, Flurry, Mopub. Alphonso is one more of those, except that we bring brand dollars, we bring higher value ads to the apps that we are part of.
Are you using ACR to identify the ads on TV, or are you using something else?
Sorry, who's this? Can I have your name as well?
My name is James Tizer.
Hi, James. Yes, so this is an ACR technology, although that's not how we describe ourselves. But behind the hood, that's what it is. It's got complete context of television content as well as television ads built into an ACR library that is really tiny, so it can be fitted into a mobile app as an SDK. That's part of the Alphonso SDK.
So you're not identifying all ads, just companies that sign up for your service?
Great question. So just for the room to sort of catch up and be along with us, ACR means automatic content recognition. It's a technology to determine what content is playing around a user using either audio signal or video signal or some other signals. So we actually do all the TV ads. We have proprietary technology to understand essentially pretty much what is running on TV. Since you're technical and your question is very technical, the answer is looking at TV content 24/7 at scale, classifying content into TV content, shows, ads, and then looking into ad metadata, and then building a complete set of ad metadata. So you know not only is it a BMW ad, it's a BMW Series 3 ad, and by the way, they're also running a hash drive now Twitter ad campaign. All of that is part of Alphonso's index. Great question.
I'm back here with the microphone, so raise your hand high. I will find you.
Hello, my name is Philip.
Hi.
I have a question around how does it affect like battery consumption, doing all the analysis of the ads and talking to your service?
That's a very, very, very good question. Alphonso as an SDK has been optimized for battery life. It has been tested by a bunch of OEMs as well. How do we do it is kind of a longer story. There are a bunch of common sense ideas, and there are a bunch of patentable stuff that we have sort of invested our time in. But as a benchmark of something else that also drains battery, current Alphonso performance running 24/7 is about as bad or as good as location-based services. So it's not terrible, but yeah, it's not. These things are getting better very quickly as device batteries improve and low-powered microphones are introduced and things of that nature.
My name is Sasha. So the last time I checked, people hate ads, right? So not only do we have ads on TV, but also on our iPad. So instead of checking email from Outlook or browsing Facebook, we're going to see more ads. How does it work?
That's a great question. So what Alphonso doesn't do is, throw popping dialog boxes at you or pop-unders and stuff like that. What Alphonso does is, if there is an app that you're using which is ad-supported, and you've chosen to use an ad-supported app and not paid for it, so the app developer makes money by showing ads. Instead of those ads being completely untargeted, so every time you go to the app, you see a Kindle ad or a download the Google Maps ad or yet another Zynga Games ad, what Alphonso does is now starts bringing in the context of your television content consumption, your TV ad exposure, enabling brands to reach you there. So the same ads that you were seeing will continue to be the case, that they're in the same space, except the units will be different. So instead of you seeing a download Google Maps ad, you might see an ad about a car that's relevant to the demographics you are in. It's relevant to your taste. So no new ad units introduced, fits in with existing mobile ad units. And that was why I was trying to show a banner ad on some of these devices. It just literally fits in with where an AdMob ad would fit in otherwise. Good question.
Francois, at the back. So I had a question. I didn't really carefully listen to the technology, but what is the geography on which it could be deployed?
That's a great question. Alphonso is still an early stage company in the sense of our scale. So we are currently available in the US market only. We do have plans to expand beyond US into certain countries in Europe, probably late 2014 or early 2015.
Hi, this is Wouter here. I have two questions for you. One is on the supply side strategy. For your solution, you need significant scale to work, right? And I work with mobile ad serving companies every day in, day out. To get to that scale, do you consider server-side implementations on existing ad serving platforms?
That's a great question again. So yes, we are actively working with and talking to people who have server-side needs, as in a very simple time syncing of TV ads and giving that information. So do a synced ad on digital. We have the ability to do that. We are talking to a few people. Having said that, our scale on mobile is growing very well. We already have some brands spending money with us, and we have some very interesting apps that we have been working with. But supply side, continue to try and grow it and dominate the world that way.
So if you flip it around, then on the sales side, are you going at what kind of ad dollars are you after? You mentioned brand spend. Are you getting it from TV dollars, digital
That's
dollars?
exactly right. So that's a great question. So yes, we are working with agencies who are on the TV ad budget side. And so essentially, Alphonso ad, generally speaking, is a complement to a TV ad unit. Budget comes from the TV ad budget.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Very, very interesting questions. Thank you very much for asking them.
Excellent. Alonso. Thank you, sir. Nice work.
Do remember that we have a $500 offer for anyone. If you have friends who are launching some apps or who already have apps in the marketplace, all they need to do is email us with SF New Tech, and they'll get a $500 credit and get their app off, and they can use it for app distribution or marketing or whatever they like to do.
Very cool.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, next up is a gentleman I've actually worked quite closely with in the past. We worked together on a genealogy project that was the first to actually integrate social networking and DNA as it relates to your family tree. And that company has since been sold, so Ilya is really rich, and I'm not. No. But no, he's working on some really cool stuff. So as I said, he's in from New York City, so this is actually a pretty special treat. And anybody that's looking to monetize their apps even more, this is likely a good solution for you to explore. So Ilya, whenever you're ready, we'll put you up here. There we are. Looks good to me. Mighty guest. No, I don't know. Well, I thought you guys were already on it. I don't think that was it, Ilya.
Is that it?
Nope.
Mighty guess, right? Awesome. Hey guys, I'm Ilya. I'm the CEO of InAppFuel, and we're the first and only minigame SDK for mobile developers. So basically, we allow developers the ability to integrate games like. Oh, it's not hooked up.
We're just fucking with you. There it is.
Was that? All good? I don't. Cool. The bottom is not actually cut off, I guess. It's due to the screen resolution. But so I'm the CEO of InAppFuel. We're the first and only minigame SDK for mobile developers. We allow mobile developers the ability to integrate things like slots and scratch-offs in less than an hour of time. You guys have probably seen minigames in some of the mobile apps you've used. For example, Zynga Poker, Bejeweled Blitz, The Simpsons. In fact, for all of the games that I mentioned, their #1 in-app purchase corresponds to their minigames. And as I said, our goal is to allow developers to integrate minigames in less than an hour. A few big benefits. First of all, an increase in monetization in terms of in-app purchase revenue. Our current partners are seeing an increase of anywhere from 15 to 30% in terms of IP revenue, so substantial boost. And second of all, increase in terms of retention and engagement. Users come back more often in order to engage with the app, use their free daily spin, free daily ticket. I'm going to launch right into the product. The product is built and managed such that it's self-service, so sign up, company name, email, password. I'm going to log into a demo account so that I can show you guys the reporting side of it as well. So here we have a view of the dashboard. On the left, we've got a drop-down where a developer can select any application that the developer has already set up. We've got a Manage tab to allow you to set up the actual product, and a Reporting tab to take a look at the stats. We're going to go ahead and add an app. We can search by either developer name or by app name. So for example, we could search for a game dev shop called Tapinator that we currently work with. And then we could add any one of their games. For example, Breaking Blocks, which is a 3D puzzle game. So we'll go ahead and add Breaking Blocks. Now we're on the virtual currency tab. The mini games connect to the developer's existing virtual currency system. So let's say this game uses coins as the currency, and let's say the exchange rate or conversion rate is $1 equal to 1,000 coins. This basically allows us to set the payouts for the mini games. So when a user uses their free spin or their free ticket, the user will earn virtual currency within that game, and we can manage the economy such that it's profitable for the developer. We can also set the callback URL and secret key if the developer manages the currency on a separate server. And we support device managed currency as well. Now that we've set up the virtual currency, we go off to the zones. We pre-create 2 zones for the buttons, so the developer can place buttons that link to the minigames anywhere within the developer's product, for example, on the home page, on the store page, etc. We can create any number of zones. For example, let's say we want to show the minigames as an interstitial when the user hits level 2. We can go ahead and add that in as a zone, and let's say we also want to show them on the store page. We could add that in as well. We could change whether something is live versus sandbox. And within a given zone, for example, let's say we want to show the slots twice as often as the scratch-offs. We could set the priorities between minigames. And we could also set a frequency cap. For example, let's say we want to pop the minigames up once every 12 hours. So we could do that here as well. Once we've set up the zones and how and where the minigames appear, we go on to the integrate page. A very simple integration process, takes less than an hour to complete. Download the SDK, set up the virtual currency, which we already did. Set up the callback URL and secret key if you're managing your currency on a separate server. Set up the zones. As I said, we pre-create the button zones, but you could set up any number of zones. You know, if you want to pop the minigame based on a specific event or on a specific page. You set up the IPs, the in-app purchases within your iTunes Connect dashboard. We've got 5 price points per minigame, ranging from 99 cents to $29.99. And again, the whole purpose here is basically generates additional revenue for the developer as well as additional retention. Once you've added the in-app purchases in, you go to the integration instructions. We don't have the time to go through this line by line, unfortunately, but you can see there's not a lot of text here. The folks who have set it up to date have done all of this in less than an hour of time. And then we have the ability to customize the minigames. Some of the customization occurs within the dashboard, but we can customize the entire minigame, essentially all the way down to the symbols and the reels. So if you want to have bells instead of, if you want to have zombies or cars instead of bells and cherries, you could do that as well. We support both iPhone and iPad portrait as well as landscape. And we've got previews here. Again, depending on what the developer puts into the dashboard where it says win your currency here, that'll populate, for example, say win 1 million coins. We have a similar page for the scratch-off side of the product. Again, everything is fully customizable. If you want the minigames to show up in purple instead of blue, that's easy to accomplish. Again, portrait and landscape, iPhone and iPad. And then we have, finally, we've got a reporting tab. After you set up the mini games, you go off to the reporting. This app was just added, so there are obviously no stats, but once I select all apps, essentially we focus on 2 types of metrics. Sales, one of our goals is obviously to increase developer revenue. And the second stat that we focus on is engagement. So we look at spins assigned and spins used. In other words, when a user sees a mini game, a spin is assigned to that user. What percentage of users actually consume those spins and consume those tickets? Currently, we're seeing about 60% of users who see a spin or a ticket actually engage with it. So if you compare that to an average ad CTR, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%, it's exponentially higher. And then we've got different ways of looking at these stats in terms of going back in time and looking at sales, looking at engagement going back in time, and obviously breaking those stats out by mini game type. And that basically takes us through a quick demo of the panel. And as I said, the goal here is to allow developers the ability to set up mini games in less than an hour of time, increase their in-app purchase revenue without impacting any of their other revenue in terms of advertising and stuff like that, and increase their retention as users come back to the product more often.
Very nice.
That's it.
Very nice. Good stuff, Ilya. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks, Miles. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you bet. Hands up high. Questions? Anybody?
Sure. Questions, guys? Sorry. If I can see.
Okay, hi, I'm Michelle.
Hey, how are you?
This might be a stupid question, but I don't care. Can you give me a use case example of what type of app or developer would use this?
Sure. So it's really any developer that uses virtual currency within their products. Examples of different types of apps that we're currently either integrated with or in the process of integrating with are games like Bejeweled, Match 3 games that use virtual currency, poker games, blackjack games, backgammon games, just casual games that have a virtual currency. So it's anything where you can basically award a user with something within the product, and the user can then use that virtual currency in order to purchase premium products. And 3 of the top grossing games that currently use mini games are Bejeweled, Zynga Poker, and The Simpsons, which are obviously 3 very different types of games. So it's really applicable to a broad set of apps and games.
So this is integrated inside of Zynga.
So Zynga uses its own mini games.
Okay.
We're going to announce a fairly large casino app in the next week that's currently in review with Apple.
Okay.
That's similar to Zynga Poker, but as I said, it's applicable to a wide range of types of apps, including both casino type apps as well as casual game apps.
Can you give us an idea of actual numbers with what kind of revenue a popular game can generate?
Yes, I mean with our product, we're seeing anywhere from a 15 to 30% increase in in-app purchase revenue. So obviously apps have very different different numbers in terms of the in-app purchase revenue that they're able to drive. But depending on what your app is currently generating, you should expect to see anywhere from a 15 to 30% increase in IP revenue, which again is very substantial. There are a number of apps out there, obviously, that are generating the majority of the revenue through IP versus ads.
Hands up high for Ilya. He came all the way from New York City. Greg, can you put the tweet wall on for a second? Going once, going twice. Ilya, come on. You can tell us a life story. No, we've got 2 minutes.
Life story?
You came all the way from New York City.
You already told him my life story.
No, I did. True. Yeah, so you didn't come to San Francisco just for us, right? Or maybe you did.
No, I mean I've had VC meetings obviously out here, but obviously love to present here as well. But I think looking for developer partners, anybody who's interested in the product who currently runs an app or game that uses virtual currency, would love to chat, learn more about your product, learn more about ways to work together, and it's basically it.
Right on. Oh, Danny's got a question.
So my name is Danny. When the developer integrates it and there is an in-app purchase in your minigame, is that credit going to the developers or that app's Apple account, or is the payment? Are you having to make the payment to the developer on the back end on a regular basis?
Yes, good question. So the way that it works is the developer creates additional in-app purchases within the developer's own iTunes Connect dashboard. And so to answer your question, the developer controls those in-app purchases. The revenue goes directly to the developer. We look at the receipts that are transacted in relation to the minigames because we control the actual minigame. And so the revenue within the dashboard will reconcile to what the developer is seeing in iTunes Connect. And our revenue model is to take a rev share off of specifically the in-app purchase revenue that's generated through those minigames. And so the revenue goes to the developer keeps the bulk of that, and then a percentage of that will go to us from the developer.
Anybody else? All right.
Awesome.
Does it.
Thank you, Miles. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Nice work. Good job. Thank you, Ilya. InAppFuel. All right. Where's Michelle? Okay, moving on to healthcare. And here's what we're going to do. I think we have a little bit of time in the schedule, and I like to do crazy shit sometimes, but I'll keep my clothes on. So is anybody here working on something cool that didn't actually apply to be here but might want to get on the stage for a quick demo? Yeah, Robert? I'm going to put you on stage in a minute, okay? Done. All right. So Medable, yeah? So Trevor and Michelle, you ready to roll? Yeah. Just don't go over here past that line. Don't cross the line.
Okay, sorry, I love to break rules. Hi, I'm Michelle Longmire. I'm CEO and co-founder of Medable. We're really excited to be here tonight to share with you what Medable does. Before we embark on that, I'd like to tell you why we set out to do what we do. So, I'm a physician, and I've noticed that it's very hard for my patients to communicate with me. It's notorious, the healthcare system, for being difficult and cumbersome and connectivity being limited. The tools we all use, like Facebook and text messaging, Google Hangouts, you really can't use those tools to connect with your doctor. The reason is that the data security, it's not HIPAA compliant. So who in the room has heard about HIPAA? Just a show of hands. Okay, pretty impressive. Probably because you're frustrated with the way it limits the way you can transfer your data. But HIPAA is a set of federal regulations around data security that relates to handling of patient information. So it's the reason why your doctor shouldn't text message you, although that is becoming somewhat of common practice. So it's the reason why you can't Skype with your doctor or email your doctor or theoretically text message your doctor. So what we did with Medable is we had the insight that this type of connectivity is fundamentally important and has revolutionized our connectivity and the way we function in our lives in every other domain. So we wanted to create a tool that gave the same user experience of mobile that has become second nature to all of us and provide HIPAA compliance in that domain. We realized that rather than creating one application, that for digital health to really kind of cross that last mile for the applications you use where the data currently dies on your phone to be accessible and usable by a doctor, that this type of data security would need to apply to every digital health application that you'd want to share with your doctor. So rather than building one mobile app, we've built an entire API that is a service to the digital health industry. So Medable is a HIPAA compliant mobile platform that people can develop digital health applications on and really provides the security and ecosystem that enables your application to be used by doctors and to be integrated into the digital health or the healthcare ecosystem. So let me show you a quick video of an application that was developed on our platform. It's called DermTap, and it enables collaboration among dermatologists. So I think you'll get a sense about what we're up to. It's a company that's developed an app on our platform. We don't have audio. I could sing it for you, but you'd boo me off stage. The audio is so cute.
All right.
No.
No.
We're doing well for
Going to
time.
this line in. All right, we're gonna have to jerry-rig this a little bit. Sorry for the delay.
Here, why don't we do this?
The ghetto version.
Boom. Okay.
All right.
Okay, cool. So that kind of exemplifies that now using Medable as a dermatologist and using the DermTap app, which was developed with our API, the images I take aren't stored on my camera roll, all the data is encrypted, all the data coming from my patient and their application meets HIPAA compliance. So that's just one example of what the Medable platform provides for the healthcare, digital health community. But anyhow, I'm here with my incredible colleague, Trevor Goss, and we're very excited to talk with anyone who's interested in using our platform, who has a digital health application in mind or a digital health company. And thank you so much for your time. I'd welcome any questions.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Who's got? Anybody? Hands up. You know the drill. Nobody. Why are you guys so quiet tonight?
Okay, cool.
Hey, so my doctor has complained about not, things very sensitive. My doctor's complained about not being able to text or get texts from her patients. So since you don't develop apps yourself, you're basically dependent on other developers to pull that stuff in. Are you going to develop a network around that, or some, like one-stop shopping for, oh, I'm a doctor, I need to communicate with my patients, what apps can I use?
Yeah, I'm so glad that you asked this question. So we actually have a flagship app, the Medable app, which is patient-centered team-based care. Will be in the App Store within the next month. And essentially it enables just that. The patient can download and invite their practitioners to a conversation or as a team. And physicians can download and now communicate securely with their providers. So that really leverages the essence of our API. And we see it kind of like Facebook, right? Facebook has an API that's utilized by a whole host of other developers. And Medable also has an application upon which the API can be leveraged by other developers. So beyond a platform, we do have an end application that essentially enables you to unite all of your providers. Yep, and we have a mobile SDK. So really the whole ecosystem of what we've built is repurposed and can be utilized by other companies. Cool, well, thank you. We think so. I think as a doctor, I've seen digital health receive a lot of press, but it hasn't really changed my job. And a part of that is that the data needs to meet certain security standards, and it also needs to meet physician workflow requirements. Yep. Yeah, so anyone in here text message their doctors. I give my patients my cell phone number, and they text me. Now they use DermTap, thanks to our partner company.
I text my brother once in a while, and he's a doctor,
Nice.
but he still doesn't respond to me.
Yeah. Well, you need a new doctor. Or a new brother, depending on how you look at it.
It's okay. So we enjoy the presentation. It's a great idea. It has tons of potential. Curious about how you plan to make money, and give us a little background on where you are in your fundraising or your process for those of us that might be interested in that area as well.
Sure. I think there's a number of revenue potential options and a number of revenue streams. Our first goal is to provide what we see as a real utility to the digital health ecosystem. So we all pay for rack space and Amazon Web Services. This is a utility that enhances those existing services in a consolidated way. I think there's also tremendous potential from revenue sharing with some of the direct-to-consumer functionality that we enable. But really our first value proposition is let's make mobile the way you connect to the healthcare system, have Medable as the platform for that, and begin to develop partnerships around it. So there's certainly a number of works in progress, but it really is like a utility similar to Rackspace, Amazon Web Services, but plus the layer that's really required for healthcare.
Hi, sorry. How's it going? I'm just curious how many apps you currently have that are utilizing your API?
Yeah, so we have 4 applications that are utilizing our API. One of them is in the App Store, which is DermTap. We're currently have a whole host of partnerships. It's actually, the opportunity has been more than we can almost scale to meet. But at the same time, we're making the API just, you come in and you sign up and you use it, and it's self-directed. So we're noticing startups can come in and autonomously use our technology. It's the, not to name any names, but the Walgreens, right, who are like, how do we do this? So I think when you're a startup and you have strong development team and engineers, we have a very intuitive API, similar to Facebook and kind of the standard API conventions. Where it becomes a little trickier from a partnership standpoint is, more established corporations who may have less savvy engineering teams, but we're noticing that there's a lot of interest kind of across the healthcare ecosystem, and our partnerships are very, very broad.
So what is your revenue strategy? What are your goals?
Yeah, our goals are to have a universal sign-in for digital health applications that enables anyone to come into an existing or a new digital health application and have that data cross the last mile in terms of being able to be accessible and shared with a doctor and stored in an electronic health record. So whether it's a sleep app or it's your Fitbit or it's your Jawbone, as a doctor, for this information to have value for me, it has to meet the standard convention. So that's one of the primary things we're working on, as well as just the basic premise that before you share health wearable data, is that you should just be able to connect with your doctor in a team-based way that integrates your providers.
So I'm just curious. So you charge to use your API, right?
Yep.
How much does that cost?
So there's a free period of time when you're building your app and you're scaling and developing users, and then it becomes on a per user basis.
Yeah, how much?
We talk offline.
Okay.
Yeah, it
But
really
for a special
varies.
discount here at SF New
There
Tech.
is a special discount at SF New Tech, 50% off of the unstated price. No, but we're working with companies on kind of like a per user basis, and as well as like what is the size of the actual company. But we're actually currently gathering feedback about it, like what's the right price point, what makes sense. We know what Amazon Web Services rack space, and we know kind of where we fit within that, but we're actively seeking partnerships to best achieve market fit.
Very cool. Well, we're officially out of time.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to do a quick detour. How's this? Given that we had a relatively light schedule tonight, we're going to accommodate not one, but two folks in the room that are going to do a quick demo of what they're doing. They're going to have the same format as everybody else. Wait, let me ask, are you guys cool with that? Or do you want to go home? You guys done? No, let's see it. Let's see it. It's not late. You're newlyweds. Get out of here. Robert, come on up here. So Robert and I met not more than 2 minutes ago. How are you, sir?
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Australian?
No.
No.
No, I am. So I'm just kidding.
Okay, so do you need to plug one of these guys in? Give me that, and I'll give you the microphone.
Here we go. You grab the AV, dude. Okay. Thank you. One of those. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me for a couple of minutes. My name's Robert. I'm CEO and co-founder of a little company from Sydney called Collusion. Just I can't see anyone in the audience, really. Anyone who knows of me or Collusion out there? Just show hands. 1, 2. Oh, that's 3. Oh, a few more. Okay, that's cool. A few more to do. Anyway, so Collusion is not about finance or banks or anything like that. What we have is there we are. Thanks, AV guy. What we have is a real-time collaboration platform. We're interested in the idea that tablet computers really haven't found their mark as decent productivity tools. We're also interested in a tool, I don't know if you remember it, something called Google Wave from a few years back. Interesting technology around trying to take new approaches around collaboration. Where Google Wave sort of came undone was trying to make email and chat collaborative. We thought, well, we're going to start with a different sort of collaboration technology, something that is very common and very successful. It's called a whiteboard. So basically what we did was work on a new technology. Actually, our AV guy's here playing with the tech. You can scroll around with 2 fingers. There we are. That'll do. And I'll show you how this works. So the basic premise is this is a real-time collaboration system. It's cloud-based. It's very, very fast. And I'll just give an example here. That's okay. It actually will, Miles, because we are messing around in real time, hopefully. Oh, look at that. So these devices are technically not connected by a wire, but they're going to Sydney and back. So I'm just going to play a little game here with, hopefully, Nav. Hi, Nav. That's my co-founder. To show you how this works. So I like playing games. Let's see if he can beat me. So Nav's messing around here. He's trying to win, but, I can cheat with this technology. So I'm just going to... No! Anyway, okay, you get the idea. you get the basic premise. So the idea here is that all the objects you see are real objects. They can be manipulated. You can mess around with stuff in real time. Now, we started as a Kickstarter project a year and a half ago. We did well. We raised 100 grand pretty quick, actually in an afternoon. Then we used that money to move out here to San Francisco. We've, as you do, no, not cut and run, but no. We've done pretty well. We're in private beta at the moment. We have 1,500 paying customers. And what was curious about Kickstarter is that we used it as an exercise to figure out where our market was. And what we found is that, yes, there were some banks, and obviously you could probably imagine this is good in schools and universities. But we also found architects and engineers, shoe designers, forensic scientists, medical professionals, doctors, and what we started to hit on was this idea that people didn't have a go-to solution for collaboration. If you're a software engineer, you've got things like Git or Atlassian's, Confluence, Jira, and stuff like that to manage your process. But for everyone else, there's an opportunity to actually fill this vacuum, particularly around tablet computers, to actually just get work done. So we've been building on this idea. We've done pretty well. We are only 5 people. The reason I'm up here and speaking is we're looking to recruit. We're also looking to bring a bit of inbound investment. We've raised about $700,000 to this date. We've built the technology, the front end. We built the cloud service infrastructure that drives all this. This isn't Firebase on the back end and slapped together in 2 weeks. This is some heavy duty stuff. We also developed protocols and technology to actually tie all this stuff together at scale. As a matter of fact, we're fortunate enough to actually learn from the experiences of the Wave team, because I don't know if you guys know, Wave actually came from Sydney. That was handy use of local talent and experience. It's like, don't fall in that hole over there. That's really bad. Don't do that. So I managed to learn from a lot of experience and mistakes that Google have done. And now we've got this great platform, which is cool. Next trick is going to market. So basically, as I said, we're looking for software engineers. We have some serious tech here. I know we're just playing noughts and crosses, but hopefully get the idea. Images, text, other media as well. What's also interesting is this is an iPad app. This is a cloud-based collaboration platform. We're implementing it in HTML5. Also support for 4K, so we're starting to mess around with those really, really big TVs, which is a bit of fun. Mobile, obviously mobile phones, and other bits and pieces. So I'm going to stop about now ahead of time. Look at that. And open up for questions.
I'll take this. You take that. Yeah. Very cool on a moment's notice. Thank you, Robert. Questions?
Hi, can I use this now?
SF and new tech people, that's easier. We are in private beta. One of the other reasons we're here tonight is we need use cases. So if you think you've got an interesting way to use this technology, come see me or my founder here, Navi's going to raise his hand. He's going to wave it around a bit. There you go. See him or me. And we'd love to accommodate you. As I said, we've got 1,500 companies and people using this tech at the moment. We need more. We need more use cases. We need more feedback to refine the tech before we launch it officially in V1 form.
Anyone else with a question? Not bad. Thank you, Robert. Good stuff, dude. Right on. Okay, where are my friends that I met in the back also for the first time tonight? Come on up, come on up. And after these guys, we're going to hear from Trunx, who hopefully you heard of actually prior to this night. They were with us at our holiday party, which was really knocked down, kind of cool, awesome stuff. So definitely hang out. Sandra is worth listening to, promise. Come on up. Yeah, the only problem is that it's connected to a power.
All right. This one?
You can take that. Yeah, I'll take this.
I saw stand right here.
Is that gonna work?
And not go over your wire, whatever. It's dangerous. All right.
We already.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
All right, cool. Hey, nice to meet you all. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'm sure you can. My name is Genevieve Wang, and I am the Director of Product over at Bright Idea. We're based in San Francisco, and we build software to help companies manage their innovation process. This is Mike Xu here.
I'm the Vice President of Engineering in Bright Idea.
Awesome. And we're really excited to be here because we're actually heavy in the midst of building the latest version of our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And so we got excited to have a chance to show off kind of the latest build from this morning. Definitely want to show you what features we put into it and what is out there to do for users, and also get your feedback on it because we're in the midst of building. All right. So here's Bright Idea. We're in the midst of building an awesome onboarding tour experience. I'm going to show you how we do login. We also have single sign-on. A number of our customers prefer using their internal login systems, so we built single sign-on for them. I'm going to log in using email password. Now, before I kind of get too deep into the app, I want to kind of just give a little context. So why would a company need software to help manage their innovation process? Well, if you kind of think about if you ever kind of get 5 emails in your inbox that's like, oh, there's this person from sales who has this great idea for what you should be doing in engineering. And then suddenly there's someone else from customer service who's like, oh, did you ever think about this feature? Or where you have this issue or this bug? So our software helps organize that kind of information so you can go get it all in one place. And it also helps you prioritize what to work on through a voting system. But possibly more importantly, it also helps you crowdsource. Because maybe there's times when you're actually looking for ideas and you've kind of run dry because you've been pounding on this problem for a number of days and you're trying to figure out, what should I do? And so you can throw out a challenge to your company and it will show up either on our web app or here on our mobile app as a new challenge. So let's say there's a new challenge. For example, this is our challenge feed. Let's say we're looking for help with, what was that? Creative customer gifts for the holidays. So someone in marketing is trying to come up with cool ideas for what to give out. I'll tap into this one for you, Bright Idea App Store. So this is, I mean, we're dog fooding our own product all the time. So we're trying to collect ideas for what should we offer in our App Store. So this is one challenge that our employees, so any kind of customer can have their employees come to the product and post new ideas. So what types of apps should we offer in our App Store? The user can go to the idea list and see what other employees of the company have contributed. So, okay, there's an idea for a Get Satisfaction adapter, Yammer integration, Evernote, and when you tap in, you can see you know, what kind of support has it gotten from other members or employees of the company. This one only has 1 vote so far, but as another employee, I can give it a positive vote, and then the submitter will get a notification. I can also comment on the idea, and in other ways, just kind of start to participate in a discussion. And so the person who created that challenge can start to see, okay, what are all the cool ideas out there, and how much support is it getting from the rest of the company? What's the discussion around it? Is it something worthy of pursuing? Clearly, I can go post a new idea as well. I can upload an image. There'll also be ways going forward to upload other types of files, potentially audio, submit that idea, and say I submit an idea and I start to get some kind of commentary on it, some comments. I can go to my notifications. I'll get a push notification when somebody says, hey, I love your idea for that Evernote integration, and I saw someone else who did it. Here's some inspiration. Here's an image. You can see here all my notifications. Mike Xu commented on one of my ideas. And I can also see what's all the activity. So we're trying to make this really social. So within the global feed, I can go high five, different comments that people have made. For example, tap on that thumbs up and make that high five. I can also tap into see other users' profiles. So maybe you don't know that guy in sales, so you kind of want to see what's his title, what is he, what's he all about. So, thanks.
Awesome. So use that microphone. I'm going to run with this one for some questions if anybody has.
So how are you guys different from Yammer or Socialcast?
We do offer those social features, but from the very core, what we're all about is crowdsourcing and organizing ideas. So we're about kind of putting out a challenge, whatever industry you're in. For a while, I was in product at Jamba Juice. So I'm trying to come up with a new fall smoothie. What should we offer in that campaign? I throw out that challenge out to other employees of the company. It can be restricted to departments. It can be the full company. It can even go to customers to offer ideas. And then there's a whole kind of voting. We specialize in voting and selection of those ideas. So, I mean, the feed, status updates, high five, those are kind of additional social features for engagement, but the core is all about the idea.
Yeah, I think we also, basically, Yammer, those kind, they do the enterprise social, but we are specialized more in the idea management, which is we are not feeding the ideas and vote for ideas. We also do the end-to-end, which is we convert the ideas to a project and then do the executions. So we provide a whole suite of idea management. So yeah, we also have connectors to those Drive and Yammer and those connectors. Yeah, thank you.
I got a question back here. So say I come up with an idea today and posted it. A year from now, somebody else comes up with the same idea. Is there anything in there that will compare future ideas to current ideas?
Yeah, great question, and a couple of different ways to approach that. Oftentimes, what we recommend to customers is that there's kind of a campaign period. So there's like a 2-month period where we're trying to get employees to contribute ideas, and that's because it generates excitement. There's kind of like an end date. There's a countdown clock. So essentially, within that period, the ideas will be contributed, and then they'll be vetted by the program manager or admin. But we do have in the product features that merge ideas or link ideas, and that allows better management of the ideas. And there's some kind of nuances around the logic around that because you got to combine the votes, and you also want to make sure you reward people because many companies like to incentivize. So like the final 2 ideas that get picked for product development for that fall smoothie, the people who suggested those ideas actually get rewarded. So there's got to be a way to make sure that people get recognized.
Anybody else? I think that does it. Nice work, guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
For a bright idea.
Sandra. You're welcome. We kind of like to do these ambush demos. I think that's kind of cool.
Thanks, guys.
So you're going to plug in? Yeah, good. You got it. You got it. What letter? Yeah, what is that? B? Okay, the demo you've all been waiting for.
Oh my God. Just kidding.
It's, yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Okay, hi everybody. I'm Sandra Ponce de Leon. I'm VP of Marketing for Trunx.
Joe Frabotta, Director of Marketing.
And I know you guys are all wondering what Trunx is about, but before I start, I'd like to ask the audience some questions. So with a show of hands, I'd like to know who here has photos or videos on their phone that are private, they may not want anyone to see? Okay, me too. And now who here has possibly lost a device recently with those private moments on it? Yeah, me too. This actually happened last week at CES. And on that note, anyone here accidentally share or post an image to a social network that you maybe didn't want to post? Any Anthony Wieners in the house? And who here feels that their visual life is scattered across social networks, mobile devices, computers, old hard drives? Anyone?
Definitely.
So the bottom line is our photos and videos are precious memories to us. And yet most of us don't take those things as seriously as we should. We've got our photos and our videos across social networks, and guess what? Those social networks are using our photos and videos and actually our photos in advertising. Look at Facebook, Google, Instagram. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. In addition, you know, most of us are really not locking down our memories like we should be on our own devices. And most of us have our memories scattered across, so we don't have everything in one place. The good news is there's an answer to this conundrum, and it's called Trunx.
All right, I'm going to show you a quick demo of our recently launched app, Trunx, available now on iOS, coming soon in just a few weeks to Android. So Trunx is a cloud-based photo and video app that lets you capture, organize, and store all your visual memories in your own private vault. So let's check it out. All right, now one cool thing about Trunx is you can take photos, videos, and echo pics, which real quick, echo pics is kind of a special feature of Trunx that lets you take photos while also capturing the sound around you, kind of helping you relive those moments in a new way. But anything you capture from Trunx goes directly to the cloud and doesn't affect the storage in your device, which is pretty nice since I think most of us, definitely myself included, frequently run out of space. It doesn't matter how big the storage capacity gets on our devices. I just end up running out. So I'm going to take a quick photo of y'all out there looking good. Okay. Now, you'll notice that a PIN code popped up when I tried to view the photo. This is to make sure any intruders, whether it's your friends, your annoying mom, your very curious girlfriend, or anybody else, can't access your private vault. So enter in my PIN code here, and this is the timeline. It's kind of, it gives you an at-a-glance view of your visual life each day, and you can kind of scroll down and check it out. And let's see, let's pop this open. See, now this is the exact kind of photo that I'm trying to keep private. This is somewhat implicating, I believe. I don't even remember that. That's bad news. Anyway, it's kind of a fun way to walk or scroll down memory lane. There's other interesting ways to kind of view your memories as well. So here's the calendar view. And what's kind of cool is you can connect your camera roll, Facebook, Instagram, and you know, you can kind of unify all your photos in one place while also kind of taking back control of these photos. And they're automatically organized by date and time, which makes finding, you know, a specific photo very easy. There's also tags, which is kind of a more personal way to organize your memories. So here's, you know, a bunch of photos from a trip to Beijing. And as a final note, we also have a desktop uploader for PC and Mac that allows you to add photos from your computers, hard drives, digital cameras to your Trunx account, and they're automatically organized and integrated into your account, which is pretty slick, available across all your devices that you have Trunx on.
Well, now you guys all know more about Trunx, and the great news is that we have a free storage offer, unlimited until the end of February. So whatever storage you use on your device until then will always be free. And with that, more importantly, we are committed to the privacy, safety, and security of your visual life.
Right on.
We made it.
Okay, good stuff. So who's got questions for Sandra and Joe? In the back. John Adams.
Thank you. Hi, John Adams, Twitter security team. 3 questions. Sorry. First question, do you transmit photos over HTTPS?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. What?
Do you transmit the photos from my phone to your service over HTTPS?
They're actually through SSL.
Same thing. That's okay.
Yeah.
Question number 2. I noticed you have a 4-digit PIN. Is the PIN length selectable? That seems quite insecure.
Well, the PIN, if you ever lose your phone, you would actually have to reinstall the app to actually get access to it again.
And you said you store in the cloud. So are the files encrypted in the cloud,
Yes,
or are you storing to S3?
Encrypted, both on the transmission as well as on the storage.
Well, fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, can you make it easy for me to move all of my photos from all of the sites from all over the world that I'd like to consolidate on your service? Tell me about how that's going to work.
Right now we have an integration with Instagram and also Facebook, and we also have a desktop importer, so if you've got photos on your desktop, you can easily import those from your desktop. We'll be adding new integrations as we go, depending on how consumer demand is.
Thanks.
So just so I'm clear, so Facebook has given you the keys to extract all the photos out of people's accounts into Trunx?
Yeah, it's there's through an API we can pull photos from your Facebook account.
Excellent.
Yeah, so this is kind of opposite of everything you just said, but I know like the whole thing is about storage and privacy, but is there any way to selectively share stuff with your friends, or do you have to like bring your phone to someone to let them see your
Absolutely. We're all about sharing when you want, to who you want, but privately. So yeah, there is an ability to share. You can share via email, via message. So yeah, you can definitely share. And we're adding additional features for sharing as well.
Hi. I think he kind of just asked what I wanted to ask, but if I was using your software and I put, all these photos on the cloud, say my Twitter accounts, Facebook, Instagram, and I added a photo from your app into those social media outlets, is there a way to pull, say I wanted to just go in and selectively pull out certain photos right away from those
So you're
places?
asking about deleting from your social networks?
Yeah, true.
We don't have that capability yet.
Okay.
Perhaps in the future.
Yeah.
I assume you guys are keeping all the EXIF data info, the metadata for the photos?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Geolocation, time stamp.
All that.
Mm-hmm. And also we keep full resolution of all your pictures.
So most of the other people who are making you share photos plan to make money by doing ads around it. And sounds like by definition, you guys don't want to do that. So how do you plan to make money?
We're definitely not going to be using any advertising, but we do have a subscription model that will be launching at the end of February. Perhaps we'll extend it, maybe. And we also have other in-app purchases and other features we'll be adding to monetize.
Very cool.
Hi, I'm Philip. I just wonder about the pricing you're thinking about, after the story of Everpix
Yes,
went
we're
across
very
the
familiar.
web, not making it on a per user cost base.
Well, I think the problem with Everpix is they didn't put any money or effort into their marketing. And this is quite the opposite. But to answer your question in terms of our subscription service, we're working through the details of our pricing, and we'll be competitive with other models that are out there in the market.
Anyone else?
So we've been the company has been around in existence for over a year. We've been with the company for probably about 6 months. Yeah, Lifetime Memory Inc. Is the parent brand of Trunx.
Anyone? Bruce?
Just a minor question. I see there's already an app called Trunx on Android.
Yeah, it's a CrossFit apparel manufacturer.
Different thing, right?
Totally different.
Quite
but
different.
our Android app is launching very soon.
And you're just as agile, so what's the difference? Right on. Looks like we're out of time, so thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Nice work. Cool. So, thank you. So tonight could be very done or almost done, what we typically and historically do is have a little session called 60-second spots. It's kind of like an open mic for geeks. Let's just do it if there's anybody that has something to say. I know there's a woman, Trish. Where are you, Trish? Trish? That's moving to Liberia, I think. Trish? Anyone? She came all the way to do this, so I want to make sure she gets the opportunity. Yeah, anybody that has a quick announcement, you're hiring, you're looking for funding, Sasha, come on up here. You've got an event to promote. This is just a good way to get out and kind of spread the word. And after that, we'll officially say goodnight, and I'll see you at the bar. How does that sound? It doesn't sound, whatever, yeah.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha, and I would like to invite everybody next week. We're relaunching our product to sign documents. All the document signature applications pretty much suck, like Write Signature, EchoSign, they're complicated. So we've built pandadoc.com. We're going to have direct Google Docs integration, so you'll be able to sign your Google Docs on the fly from Google Docs itself without leaving them. So come on next Wednesday, next week, we're going to relaunch them. Pandadoc.com. We also donate our profit to Pandas Foundation. And we're looking to hire salespeople. If there are any salespeople around who want to apply, come by, say hi. And also we're looking for PR folks who can get us featured on Inc.com, Wired, New York Times, The Atlantic, and whatever. This is it. Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you, Sasha.
Hi, my name's Trish. I'm a social engineer. I know most of you guys are engineers. This light's kind of crazy. Okay. So I'm a social engineer. I'm building a solar energy company in the West African country of Liberia that will be run by young adults. Liberia is a very tiny country on the western coast of Africa. About 4 million people live there, and it is rife with opportunity and resources. Human resources, environmental resources. Today, Liberia has the second largest deepwater port in the world, second only to the Panama Canal, and the money is flowing into this country. 75% of the gross national income comes from international investment in infrastructure and development. And after my experience in running a school in Honduras and starting a solar tech development company, I'm convinced that if we gather the right team of visionaries in energy, business, and education, we can capitalize on this opportunity. I hope that if you are interested in transforming society in the way that I am, that you seek me out after the pitches, and thanks a lot for your time.
Excellent. Awesome stuff you're doing. That's great. Thank you, Trish. Evan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Evan Combs. I work at Cressa in commercial real estate. We're a tenant rep firm. I work in our high growth technology group. So if you or anyone you know is looking for office space in the city, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help out. It's kind of hard to follow up a talk on Liberia, but hopefully you guys want to chat, even if it's about how crazy the rents are here in the city.
Great. Thank you, Evan. Anyone else? Yeah, come on up. I think you're the last one. Maybe not. Jeremy.
Yeah. So anyone here pay for the internet? Yep. Do you not want to pay for the internet?
Pay for the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you haven't heard of the mesh networks, it's ad hoc networks between routers. And we're building a free internet for the East Bay, and it's going to extend to San Francisco. And it's called the People's Open Network. We're a collective. We need help developing it. We just launched our first node. We're going to take over. It's going to be the new internet. If you haven't heard about mesh networks, there's quite a few of them. In Athens, there's a big one. In Berlin, there's a huge one too. But yeah, you should get involved. We're going to change things.
Sounds good. Does the NSA have a backdoor into your internet in the East Bay? Maybe. You don't know. All right, guys, I think that does it. Thanks for coming down. You guys have fun? I did. Right on. Let's meet at the bar. Otherwise, stay tuned to your email for our next event. We'll keep you in touch. Love you. Peace out. Music. dancing